how I manifested my dream man. You know what? For people that are new here and don't really know my story, I have had really, really like terrible luck in love. That's why there's so many story times. Some have been taken down. I have respect for my partner, but some are still up. Hello, it's still my story. But yeah, I've not had the best experience with men. Oh Lord of mercy, Lord only knows. But now that's all come to a halt because I will tell you what I did. Lord of mercy, you can really speak things into existence. You have to be intentional when you speak and you have to mind what you say because words have power. So I'll tell you what happened. 2021, I was seeing someone and I was like, after them, I was like, ugh, no. Then I met like 2 other people after and I was like, after them, I was like, oh, hell no. There was just disaster after disaster after disaster. I was like, oh God, just forget love, fuck it, like whatever. Then as I mentioned, life happens, tragedy happens, and things make you, put you in a position to make you see what's really important. So I went from not wanting someone, being by myself, not giving a shit, thinking that like there's no one out there for me, and all of what I go through, I always went through phases like that. I would always feel like, oh, fuck this, I don't want it. And then suddenly I'd be like, oh, I want someone. And I'd meet someone and it won't work. I'd be like, oh, fuck it, I don't want anyone again. Oh, no one's out there for me. Everyone's full of shit. Oh, I nigga that shit. And then I would be like, oh, I want someone. And, you know, like a yo-yo, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. I've never been one of those people that I can't do hookups and stuff. I have to have an element of feeling for someone to be able to take anything further anyway. And I just got to a point where I was just like so fed up. And then when life started happening and things started happening, that kind of just was like a shock to my system almost, you know? And I remember seeing something really bad happen. Something bad happening is actually my mum having cancer, but I don't want to keep mentioning it because it's just like fuck, every video, fucking hell. But it is what shook me up to make me become intentional, and what I wanted made me get what I got. The ring. So it was how her husband was acting, and I was just like, do you know what, this is awful. Anything can happen because what happened to my mum literally just happened. Oh my God, if I could say it happened overnight, it would feel like overnight. Evidently it wasn't. Cancer didn't just hit you overnight, but it just felt like that, how fast it happened, you know. So I was like, anything can happen, like that could be me. I don't want to leave this earth and not know what true love feels like. I've always said I would rather. I remember I met an old couple years and when I was young and when I was a teenager, and I remember her saying that her husband died and she hasn't been with anyone since. And I was like, oh, do you not want to be with someone? She was like, no, because that was my guy. Like, I loved and lost, and in this life it's better to love and lost than to never know what love is at all. And I always stood by that, you know. And I always said it because I just admired that woman at the time that was just speaking to me and my cousin randomly on the street. But as an adult, when you're actually seeing pain and suffering and you're actually, it's like, and you're alone, it's the one thing that I was thinking about. I don't want to suffer alone. If I'm going through anything, God forbid, touch wood, nothing bad happens to me. But if I'm going through anything, I hope I have someone there to truly love somebody and someone to truly love me, because I never ever had that. And it took me seeing my mum like that to realize that, you know what, I've never really ever had true love. I think that was one of the most heartbreaking things for me as well with my mum, because I don't feel like my mum's ever had it really. And how her husband was acting, how he's acting, present tense. I was like, I never want a man like that. because everyone seems good at the start. And my heart started to break for her, in a sense, in a way that I don't think that she was even thinking like that. She was probably just thinking about us, her kids, and not thinking about him. But my heart started to break because I was like, she deserves better than this. She's all I've known her. She was my dad for 16 years. He was abusive. He was a horrible man, a partner, fucking hell. And then now she's with this thing, and he's not much better. And I was just like, she spent over half of her life in these bad relationships as a good woman. I was like, I don't want that to be me. And then I remember my nan, when I went to her funeral, when they were speaking, I found out that she was single for 58 years. I was like, God, Lord. I desired so much to feel that feeling of someone truly loving me and someone wanting me wholeheartedly, like anything to do with sex, but wanting to see me and just knew that I'm their husband. Like, that's what they wanted. Like, they didn't see nothing else, despite what people said, despite online. I wanted someone to see through all that and see me as their one. And I wanted to know what that felt like. I remember I was just going on and on in this room. I was going over and over everything in my head. My mom, very bad relationships, everything I've gone through with people. And I'm just like, God, I got on my knees. I was literally on my knees. Literally. On my knees. And I was on this bed. I think I was here. And I started to pray. First, it was just like a normal prayer. Just wishing well for my mom, wishing strength, great health, thanking people around me that were around me at the time. And it was just a general prayer. I remember I had the candle on and I started praying. And then, I don't know what happened, but then I started saying, God, something inside was like, God, the type of man I need. And I started saying what I need. And I started saying it with intention. I remember, I think I was even crying. Like, I was so intentional in this room. I was like, I don't ever want a man to ever treat me ever. I want a man to love me. I started saying how I want him to look, how I want him to act. Everything. And I started going up and down this room. God. I was walking up and down like a maniac. Here, left, right, center. My eyes were closed. I remember I was going on. I was like, God. I can't tell you exactly what I was saying because I can't even remember what I was saying, but I just remember I was stating everything I wanted and everything I didn't even know I wanted. I was saying everything loud and I was going up, down. I don't know where people was. I don't care what was going on elsewhere. I was going up, down this room, left, right. And I remember it felt like hours. It felt so long. And I remember I was so tired after that. I went to bed, and then something inside me the next day started. I just felt like I needed a spiritual cleanse. So I looked up how to have a spiritual bath and how to break like soul ties from people that I've been with and stuff. And I remember I had one cleansing shower. And then that day, when I come out the shower, I did it again. The windows were open, the curtains were open. I remember it was a sunny day. And I was like, God, please don't let it go in vain what I sent you yesterday. And now I was a bit more cheery. Yesterday, the night before, I was passionate about it. I was going on. I could have even started speaking. I could have just started speaking in tongues, you know. I don't know what was coming out of my mouth. All I know is that I wanted a man and I wanted him. And I've never in my life been so adamant about what I want. And always you say, oh, yeah, I want something to be like this one, but me, I was being with intent, real intention, and I was saying everything. But this, the next day, was more like, yes. I was following up on the prayer before, but I was more cheery. I was smiling. I was happy. God, I want a man to make me feel like. I think I was listening to some song. I can't remember. It led to something that made me start talking to God. And then this time I was just generally having a conversation. I was like, God, universe, I want a man to. I want him to have tattoos. I want him to either have moved here to London from like a nice place, maybe the Caribbean or somewhere. It's like somewhere like, I was like, I want him to have nice sexy lips. I want him to know how to kiss me. I want him to caress me. Everything like physically how I wanted him. How I didn't mind him, what I didn't mind him doing, what I didn't want him to do, what he could do. I was just having a general chat, like literally emotions and everything I was describing the night before. But this day I was just everything, like I was talking about everything, even out to sex. Like, I want him to do no. I want him to be the first person I ride, because but I never rode dick, you know. Oh God, it might be too much. Too much information. But I never rode. Oh my God. Oh, I wanted someone that was just like could challenge me, like bring me to this new place, like make me feel different things I've never felt before. Like, oh my God, I was talking about. Oh, I remember that day. I was done. I was serious. Like, I want him to be like, I was talking about everything I want downstairs. Oh, and you best believe going back, I was very honest, like, because you have to. I got taught that when you pray, you have to kind of be thankful for the bad, because you're meant to show a balance. So I wasn't just like doing the good. I was like, he can, even if he has challenges, I don't mind. Even if I was stating some things that could predominantly not be bad, but like not bad characteristics, but things that people can work on. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember we're all work in progresses, you know. You can't expect someone to just be whole perfect, because you're not perfect. Like we all got growing to do, you know. And sometimes the best growth you can have is growing with someone else, you know, your significant other, and being greater and powerful and all that, whatever. So but yeah, I just started going on and on and on. I remember saying that this is what I significantly remember. I was like, the next person that comes in my life, I don't want him to want to date me. I want him to know that he wants to marry me, because God, I'm tired. I don't want to date anymore. I'm so over dating endless people with no possibilities. I want someone just to know. I want someone to want to marry me. Yes. Put a ring on it. Yes. I know exactly. I want someone to know that I'm the one from the time he sees me. Everything that I said happened. The man that I described, to a T, emotions, everything, I got. Within 2 weeks, I met him. I laid my eyes on his fine specimen. We'll talk about how we met, because I know you guys want to know that. Nosy Parkers. He wants to do that video. So that video will be done soon. But, yeah, when we laid our eyes on each other, I'm trying to speak without revealing too much, because for that video, but when I laid my eyes on him, I just knew. Oh God, I was like, he's so hot, and I just knew. And then with the more time we spent together, there's something there. Within 2 weeks, not even with 2 weeks, it's crazy, you know. Within a week we were official. Within a month I was engaged. In a month or within 2 months? Within a month. Happened so fast. It was everything I said. Do you know how much people I've dated? Oh my God, like nothing. I've dated dated, I've been on dates like no one's business. I've had 2 relationships. Nothing ever came out of any of them. I still got what I want. Couple months later, I don't meet anyone, by the way. I don't meet anyone. I just live my life. And then I go to an event that I didn't want to go to. And I'll never forget that day. I wasn't going to go to it. It was my friend. Like, she was like, Junior. Like, come. She was bugging me all day long. I was like, I don't want to go. Like, and it was my mum. She's like, you usually go over here, so just go. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. Then I remember I fell asleep and I woke up. And when I woke up, I swear to God Almighty, I woke up literally and I was like, I need to get ready. I'm going to meet someone today. Oh my God, I'm going to meet someone. I just had this feeling that I was going to meet someone. So bizarre. What ended up happening? Middle of my life. Engaged. I'm going to get married soon. You know, but it's very, very soon. But yeah, it's coming up to a year soon. That's long, boy. But yeah. So that's my Ciara prayer. That was how I manifested the love of my life. If you take anything from this video and you want to incorporate anything, I would just say speak with intention. Like, things happen to people in different ways, but the power of your tongue will grant you anything. It's so weird. I cannot understand how I was so intentional about that, and fucking I haven't even won the lottery yet. But I guess I have won a lottery because love conquers all. Oh my God, you know, you're really annoying. I'm not being greedy. But yeah, just speak with intention. That's a real Ciara's prayer. That's why I feel like she's not really revealed it or spoke too much about it. She did that thing on, what's her, Summer Walker's album. But I feel like it's you just speaking with intention, like really intense. You know, prayers really work. Nothing like a good prayer. And when it's powerful and you feel it from the gut and you're speaking from here and here. The world is your oyster. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, yeah. And if you want to curse someone, you do this and you speak like this. Look at them and do this. They will get 100 lashes in their sleep. Don't do that. The power of tongue is a real thing. So I don't think there's any magic to Ciara's prayer, but I definitely know, and I stand by the fact that I manifested my man. I did. You know, it's so funny because he said that he manifested me as well, so it could just be destiny or fate. Or whatever. I know the prayer I had that day. I was strong and I was on my knees. Oh my Lord, I was praying. Told you I could have spoken tongues, you know. You don't even understand that type of prayer. Anyway, let me go. See you guys in the next video. And let me know if any of you have manifested the love of your life. Take it to church. Take it. Oh my God, I'm getting old. My back. My back needs cracking. I'm so in pain.